Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for all the support during the recent YouTube algorithm flagging. Today we're going to be taking a look at the test server update notes for September the 14th. Metal has made its debut. Steel, screws, and wood will be the primary building components. The metal material will be impervious to melee attacks, and thus we have Dynamite. You can find Dynamite as a lootable item in the environment. To create it, you'll need fertilizer, twine, ethanol, and composite fabric. Fertilizer is still a rather rare spawn in the game, so we'll have to see if perhaps it's been adjusted for more frequency of spawn. There's also a Dynamite bundle recipe, which requires duct tape, ignition kit, and 4 sticks of dynamite. We'll have to see how viable Dynamite will be in relationship to the frequency of spawnable components. Dynamite does spawn in the environment as mentioned earlier, so at least you'll have a chance to collect it as a spawn item. There is another breaching item that's been introduced. I won't mention the name for flagging purposes of the video. You can see that it requires gunpowder, nails, steel pipe, and an ignition kit. I've yet to find any in the environment, but it's possible that it too is a spawnable item as well. Zombie behavior is an ongoing project for the team. In this release, we're seeing a reduction in the zombies' ability to damage armor. I'm not entirely clear on what is meant by zombie behavior, as you'll still see some of the zombies pull off some major juking, zig, and zag moves. Handcuffs are now part of Corporal Moran's cell inventory for those who want to roleplay their characters. For the Situationally Awareness Challenged, you'll now receive a warning message letting you know you've strayed off the map boundaries. Vehicle spawns have increased for those looking for an opportunity to have their own personal transportation, especially if you can't find convoys. This will be your next best way to get around the map a little more quickly. There was also a physics collision correction to vehicles. This should reduce instantaneous death caused by a multi-frame collision stacking issue. There are numerous map updates, along with higher texture details and changes to items in the environment. The Humvees appear to be a big hit with players and raise the question of whether they will be a drivable variant at some point. You'll also notice that construction lights now have their own generating engines running and puffing out smoke. Very nice touch. There are quite a number of different ambient changes in the environment, like fireflies at night, along with newer loot location props. These subtle details do seem to provide an immersive experience that gives the game a little more flavor and nuance. There are a host of other game detail changes that you'll notice throughout your gameplay. You can read all about those along with all the other specific detail changes in the update note link down in the published section below. A welcome change to many is that of the multi-category sorting for our inventory. However, there are those that are still hoping to see the ability to change slot apparel item order, particularly if you have an order to where you place prioritized items like bandages or first aid kits. While harvesting for metal material, you'll notice that vehicles will now yield oil, so if you want to make adhesives and or makeshift compasses, you'll have a better chance of finding oil. Loot Autocycle was mentioned in the notes, a refreshing change. This was a topic of a bit of discussion in the forums, as after about 3 days from an update or wipe, certain Tier 1 or Tier 2 items would no longer spawn or would be incredibly rare. Now that fertilizer is a key component for Dynamite, along with other favorite higher tier items, I'm hoping this change will increase our chances of finding these highly sought after items. For more information about the test server changes, you can also check out the H1Z1DB website, a comprehensive database of all the various game-related items, including interactive maps for King of the Kill. And speaking of maps, the great team at H1Z1DB has released a newer portion of the map. I'll include a link to that in the published section below, so be sure you stop by and check them out. And that's going to wrap up this segment on the September update notes for the test server. I welcome your thoughts, opinions, and suggestions in the comments section below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Or if you're a frequent visitor, be sure you click on that watermark in the bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. You can also follow me on VidMe. This way, you'll have all the latest out of Daybreak and Just Survive.